Glad to have you back. It's the Business Daily right here on Trust Television. Now we go into another very important topic, agriculture as a tool for economic recovery. Of course, agriculture doesn't just feed people, it's also one of the most powerful tools to end extreme poverty and boost economies. Growth in agriculture remains 2 to 3 times more effective at reducing poverty than an equivalent amount of growth generated in other sectors of the economy. And of course, the effects are largest for the poorest in the society. That is how important this very important sector is. Let's look at this topic. I'm being joined in the studio by Dr. Bello Abubakar. He's the National President of Maize Association of Nigeria. Glad to have you, Dr. Bello.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Mr. Yusuf.
All right. Agriculture is more like a center of human existence. Given what we have done so far, let's review some of the policies of the government since they came on board to make sure that we ensure we have food sufficiency. Do you think they have really quite done enough? See the state of emergency, the issue of input distribution, and so many of them.
Well, thank you so much once again. If you talk about the agriculture or about the situation of our food security situation in Nigeria, if you look at it from the beginning of this present administration, our president constituted a committee and now set a emergency state of emergency on food security because of the situation by then. So they now came up with at least 3 stages on how to solve these issues. Number 1, short-term plan, medium and long-term plan. How to revive the production, especially in providing food security. The short plan is that there was an order or directives which was given by the president for a waiver to import some food commodities, food items, so that the people or the people in the country would get relief by then. Because if you may recall, by that time, the prices of food was highly skyrocketed. Because by then, you can buy 100 kg of maize at the rate of 90 to 100,000. So because of that, it's not everybody that can afford to buy the food that time. So that short-term plan was executed, and the food commodities, especially maize, rice, wheat, was imported. And now you can see that there is enough food that is affordable and accessible to each and every householder in Nigeria. If you look at it now, the price of maize now is not more than 30 to 35,000 per 100 kg. So that is for the side of providing short-term plan in order to get relief. Then if you go to the medium plan, that is to provide the inputs to the farmers, how to continue their own production, which they have started with one program of, call it NAGS, National Agricultural Growth Scheme Agro Pocket. The input was provided to the farmers from 2023-24, especially in an area of wheat, rice, and maize. So farmers have started getting that input, and you can see that there is a small changes compared to the previous years, especially 2021 and 2022.
All right. Yes. All right. Looking at, going back to food importation, I know a lot of farmers who were not happy with the way government went back into importation, because many of them have invested so much in production, in food production. But government now went back to start importing food. Are we now going back to where we have left, given the fact that under the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, we were able to, at least to some extent, stop the importations of some goods and we're producing them locally?
Of course, that is very true. Because by then, there was no any importation of maize, rice, and we fed ourselves in this country.
Absolutely, and the prices were not very high.
Without any difficulties in terms of food security. But the issue is that between 2022 and 2023, there is this intervention that was given to the farmers before, which by then, that time, it was terminated. So because of that, there was a shortage of production. Because those small-scale holder farmers, they are the ones that are providing what we are eating in this country, whether we like it or not. They are the major producers because they contribute more than 60% of what we are consuming in this country. So after, the reason why this present government give that directives, because we were in very terrible condition. Because of the scarcity of the food by then. That was why. But farmers were not happy, especially those who produced large-scale farmers. They produced more than enough, I can see. But later, then this imported one came in. And it came at the wrong time. What I mean at the wrong time is that the time that our farmers finished their harvest, so the new produce was already on the ground.
Absolutely.
Then this one came in.
Absolutely.
So if to say that it came around that June, July, by then, you know, there was a need of food items, like how the Ministry of Agriculture used to do from their silos. What they used to buy and keep in the silo, they used to come out with it during that time.
Grain reserves.
Grain reserve.
Yes.
So you see, so that is why. But farmers...
But they say, President, they say the reserve has been somehow depleted. Do we still have anything in that reserve?
Well, I don't think so, because there was no enough production that even we don't have any access that the government can buy and keep it as a reserve. I don't think so. There was no.
All right. So in essence, what we are producing is just enough to feed us. We don't have enough to keep maybe for tomorrow.
Well, that was for 2022, 2023. But now, going forward, if government can continue supporting the farmers by providing the either subsidy or grant whatsoever, providing full support to the farmers, I'm sure we will produce more than enough. Because what happened during 2018, 19, 20, 21, because of that support that farmers got, they have provided more than enough in terms of food security. We have fed ourselves. There was enough food, and the food, all the food commodities, their prices were very affordable and accessible to each and every small householder. So, and then again, you see, we were about even to start exporting, like our on-site maize by then. And look at the rice mills that were established in this country. All they were fed up, and they produced. So even now, if the government can provide a support at the right way and at the right time to our farmers are still there and they are ready. We have the land.
All right.
And they have the human capacity to do it. It's only to get the support
from the
and let the support come at the right time and at the right way.
Right way.
That is it.
President, talking about supports, government did import some tractors into the country. 2,000 tractors were told that was brought in. I don't know how many have your farmer been able to access so far.
Well, we heard about it, but they said that there is, they have their own plan, or they categorize the distribution of the tractors, I think, into three stages or three types, because there is an outright sale, there is a leasing, and also there is one for loan.
Okay.
The one for loan, that is, you'll pay about 20% upfront, then they will give you then later. So there is one they categorize to give the cooperatives, that is corporate societies, that is like our own associations and the other large-scale farmers. But up to now, we are just waiting to hear officially from the government so that we will key in.
These tractors are quite expensive based on what we had. And, do you think farmers, you deal with farmers directly, do you think at their level they can afford to even lease or buy any of those tractors?
Well, there is something that will become necessity or necessary for a person to do something in order to achieve what he wants to. If you look at the whole farming activities, everything is expensive now, right from the land preparation, that is using the tractors and so on. So even this year, I know for something that we used to pay 20,000 for the first 2-3 years, this year we paid 50,000. That is like harrowing or ridging or plow for 1 hectare. Before it was not more than 20,000, but this year is 50,000. So if government can now subsidize compared to the rate of the market, that is for the commercial ones and their own, let them bring it down like 30,000 or 35,000 so that farmers can afford to get it for their own use in their farms. But if there is no subsidy, so that, which means there is no any difference between the government's own and the other commercial ones.
Absolutely, yes. And those that actually go to buy directly from the company.
From the company, yes.
All right, let's look at history now. In the past, we used to have companies like Kano State Agricultural and Rural Development Authority, and of course, we also have Kano State Agricultural Supply Company. These are companies that were so strong in managing agriculture at the grassroots level. Over the years, we have abandoned some of these things. Do you think we need to revisit some of these companies for us to be able to take agriculture seriously?
Well, actually, there is need. If you look at all these states, almost all of them, they have this kind of these companies. Like the one you said in Kano, that is Casco. There is one also in Katsina. They call it Pascom. Okay. So even in Gombe, Bauchi, they have their own private companies for under the agriculture. But the main problem is that the people that are managing the company, most of them, they are all civil servants. But if the state government can now collaborate with other private stakeholders, that is private companies, to invest and to employ external staff that will manage the company, it will go well and it will continue. There will be a sustainability. But the reason why you see that all those companies, most of them, they were depleted. Most of them, they are no longer working because of that factor. That is why. But the best way is to engage private sector. Even the farmers. Let them now collaborate with the state government, with the farmers' organizations, and then the other private companies. That is private partnership. You will see the result. I'm sure it will work well.
Indeed. Because if you look at it, it does seem that we have abandoned some of these companies. Because if you go down to the north, even in the south, I remember the cocoa house there,
yes, of course,
in Ibadan and so many other places. But we don't seem to take all of these things serious anymore, and it's affecting our revenue. But do you think, given the interventions you've seen from agriculture so far, does it look like government is really serious about making agriculture one of the, most important sector in the economy?
Well, always there is this kind of intervention. You will see there is some interest of so many people from so many sides. That is what is affecting the interventions or any support or any subsidy to the farmers. But as how I have said now about the issue of these private companies, if government, even if there is an intervention, a kind of subsidy or a kind of grant or loan, let's us forget about the grant. Let us talk about, because agriculture is supposed to be 100% commercial as a business. So let's the government now, each and every side, engage the private sectors. That is private companies in each and every sector of the agriculture, right from mechanization, even the extension, even the input suppliers and other services. Then let them come together with the farmers. I'm sure you will see the differences. Now, what happened? There is a deficiency now in terms of production, which means automatically the expected IGR must be reduced. Even going to the GDP, it will reduce because there is no enough production that can be utilized and can be sold in order to get the revenue. But by engaging these stakeholders, everything will improve, and you will see that even the revenue will increase more than before.
Indeed. Yes. Because why I ask this question is that government is doing a lot. They say they are doing a lot in terms of interventions. You are a farmer, you deal with farmers directly. And I mentioned the issue of tractors. Those tractors, according to the information available to us, have been around for close to 5 to 6 months, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. But yet the farmers are not being able to access all these tractors. Are they here for decoration?
No. Government bureaucracy. And each and every ministry, they have their own system or policy in executing or implementing any program they have. So for now, we cannot say precisely this is the reason, but it's maybe because of the office bureaucracy. That is why they are still doing their own preparations before they release the tractors to the farmers.
You don't think we need to have them for dry season farming?
Well, there is need. There is need, seriously need. Because, let me tell you, even if it is 200,000 tractors that will be provided to our farmers in Nigeria will not be enough. Because how many farmers do we have? At least we have more than 60 million farmers in Nigeria. We have about 64 million hectares of land, which out of that, about 28 million hectares is being utilized, while the other is unutilized, is a virgin land. So if you have that, if you have enough tractors in this country, government to come and clear the land for the farmers, let them give farmers, even as a rent, cluster, that is the land, because land belongs to the government. So let them give the farmers as a rent the land, then provide that mechanization to them. Farmers is only for them to go and farm. Then with the collaboration of the other partners that will supply input to them, you will see changes up in this agricultural sector. So the issue of 2,000, though they said it is coming in batches, this is the first batch, but we pray that the rest of the tractors will come soon, and even this one will be distributed to our farmers very, very soon, so that they can start using it by this wet season, dry season.
But the question is whether it will get to the real farmers. That is the major concern. Would it get to the farmer in my local government, for example, or a farmer in a local government in Katsina?
Well,
a farmer in GBR, for example.
Yes. You see, I'm not a government worker, I'm not a civil servant, but I know from our own sector, that is the farmers' organization we are heading, we always used to advise the government on what to do. And then again, to request something for our farmers. Even this one now, we put our request. Not only Maize Association, many agri-commodity associations, they have already sent their request about these tractors, which we are now waiting to see the outcome of our request. But we hope that it will be given to us so that our farmers can benefit directly, as how you have said.
Indeed, very, very important. As we wrap up now, my final question. As someone who interfaces directly with farmers, what do you think? Do you think they are satisfied with government interventions that is going to them? You can speak to government directly now. Let the government know the pulse of your farmers.
Well, you know, as I have said, we have more than 60 million farmers in Nigeria. And any support that will come from the government, it's not everybody that can benefit directly. It's not everybody. It cannot be at the same time as everyone. So you can see or you can hear that those that benefited are appreciating because it has already touched them. They have got it. While those that they didn't get it, you'll see them that they are complaining. So it is something that if there is any kind of support that is going to the farmers, let it go pace by pace. Then if you take one state, if you can take pest batch, so time that will be given. Next time is another set, not the one that you have already benefited before. So that is why you see sometimes certain group of farmers will be appreciating always because they are the only one that are benefiting. While those that are not benefiting, they will complain, and their complaint is genuine. But God is so kind. This time around, as at now, the one that was done from the Ministry of Agriculture under NACS program, I know that many farmers benefited and they appreciated. That's what I mean. Yes.
All right, we hope that we'll get to that point where almost all farmers in Nigeria will benefit from government interventions directly, the input, the tractors, and so many others that we mentioned.
And we pray for.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Bello Abubakar, National President of Maize Association of Nigeria. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
With that is a wrap on this show today. We'll be back here again tomorrow. I am Yusuf Akugo.